There was a question, yes?
Yes. How did you do the transition from the male sports, action-oriented mentality into the meditating, quiet down state? Yes.
It's tough because the male side still comes out. Saturday, 3 o'clock, Packer game. I still get to do the male side. I've got 3 boys and a girl, so I still do the male side. When I work out, I'm very competitive. In business, I'm very competitive. The female side, I guess, I have forced myself at the beginning to just calm down a little bit more, speak a little slower, let a man open the door for me, let him pay the bill. So I kind of listened to my mother. You know, how would my mother behave with my father? And force myself. I haven't gotten natural with it yet, and it's been 17 years that I've been trying to work on it.
Meditating?
How did I?
Yeah.
I bought a tape, and I put on the earphones, and I just started listening to it. Now I can go in, if I need to do something like fire somebody, I can get into the meditative state, and I don't know what I said. I can just meditate myself into a, okay, inner child, you're going to stay out there, that whole thing. So I've just gotten good at it. I'm one of these people, if I put my mind to something, I'm going to keep doing it until I get it right. That's the male in me. Yeah.
Which is usually pretty quickly.
Yeah, I do things pretty fast, so it's still learning. I'm still learning to do it. I probably will die still learning how to do it. But I'm second-guessing myself a lot. So I take a step back. What would my mom do? And then I let the man open the door for me. Or I slam it in his face and say, okay, now you can open the door for me.
And there are they have great tapes here. I would encourage people to not let the ideal of meditating overwhelm you. That to start small and simply with an intention of just being more present to what you're feeling, what you're sensing, what's going on inside. Just listen inside. And don't beat yourself up, one step at a time. 5 minutes. And 5 minutes goes to 7 minutes. And 7 minutes goes to 10. And 10 goes to 15. So for some people, meditation is cleaning. For some people, meditation is walking. For some people, it's listening to tapes. For others, it may be dancing. Like when I start dancing, I go out of my head. So the thing is to ask yourself, ask your body, ask your higher self, what feels right to me? What calms me? For some people, it's cooking.
Tell, I'm no female. Jeez.
All right. For some, it's listening to their tape. But don't let the concept block you. Again, there's this funny thing that happens with language where we get really hung up with the label of the thing. Ask yourself what your intention is. My intention is to just find that quiet space. Don't give it a label. It's just like the not-for-profit thing. Just don't label it. Just do it. Just choose to be in it. Try it. Wear it for a little while.
I have a very good friend, Amara Diamond, who is a feng shui energy expert, and she travels throughout the world doing feng shui in Japan and all over for commercial buildings. And she says, well, when you meditate, what do you think about? And I said, well, I'll ask a question. And she says, no, meditation, you're supposed to clear your mind. So if meditation in your mind is you have to clear your mind of all thoughts, then I guess I'm not meditating. Because I usually am, very relaxed. I'm doing my mantras, or I'm asking for guidance. Is my mind ever totally clear? No. So if that's the definition of meditation, I'm probably not meditating. But I'm happy with where I'm going with it.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to, I'd be sitting there, okay, clear my mind. Oh, my mind isn't clear. Why can't I clear my mind? Okay, I'm not clearing my mind. This is the inner talk. But it's worked for me, so.
Yeah, so it's your thing. It's your thing. Don't let anybody else's definition, trip you up. what's your intention? Your intention is to find that quiet, peaceful space, then maybe it's playing with your pets. You know, whatever that thing is that helps you just come down, then go for it. And let that be your meditative state. I think this lady in the yellow.
Gee. I was going to ask a more personal question. The conflict, you said you mentioned your mother, oil and water, that piques my interest. Can you elaborate on this?
Absolutely. I was born in a family, I was never thin. I mean, I was born a big child. I was fat. And my mom was always very thin. So when I was growing up, she would have to take me to Rosemary's Chubby Shop. And when I would go there, she would sit there with her leg crossed and her arms, you know, I can't believe you went up another size. My parents believed that it doesn't matter what's going on the inside. You've got to look good on the outside.
Wow.
I was physically abused by a maid that brought us up. All of us were. These are all things that I had to deal with. So when I decided to have children, I kept saying to myself, what would my mom do? And I'd do the exact opposite. That's what I meant by the oil and water. Now, unlike I have two brothers that didn't speak to my mom and dad. I came to terms with that, and I don't blame my parents for anything anymore. They did the best that they could with the information that they had at the time. I came to terms with it. My 4 children and I talk every day. They live in Chicago. My 5 brothers and sisters are spread all over the United States, and it's like trying to pull teeth to get us all together. In my mind, I did a good job by doing the opposite of what my mom, how she raised us.
So you celebrate her life now. How do you do that?
I was in charge of everything when she passed away. I had to, I'm Jewish, so I had to do she died in California, so we had a memorial service in California. We flew the body here. I had to do the Shiva house here, which is 7 days of mourning. I had to put everything together, the valet parking, all of this. And I didn't cry at all because I kept saying, my mom gave me the strength to do this. My mom allowed me to say, I was angry at you for this. I didn't like the way you raised me, but I don't hold it against you. I did all that. I cleaned all of that garbage out of me before she passed away. And it was sudden. She died of an aneurysm. So I celebrated my mom, and every day I'm celebrating my mom. When I was out there, I found all of her recipes in her handwriting. And like you saw, I don't cook or clean. All of my brothers talked about the great apple pie my mom used to make. I made an apple pie for my dad with my mom's recipe. And it brought tears to his eyes. Tomorrow's their anniversary. So, it's going to be tough tomorrow. But that's why I celebrate my mom. I celebrate her every day. Now, she is a part of me. And I did get my strength from her. I thought I got it from my dad. Got it from my mom. She raised 5 kids. She had 5 kids in 5.5 years.
What? Whoa.
Yeah, she had help. But, they put us all through college. Yeah. So I celebrate her. She's here with me all the time.
Other questions?
I want to add one other thing to that. My sister, who was also, same life, she's 3 years younger than me, she's not functional. She is manic depressive, bipolar, I guess that is. She's on medication. She doesn't function as an adult. I pretty much take care of her, take care of her bills and everything. She wasn't able to handle our growing up. 2 of my brothers were not able to handle our growing up. They all have dysfunction. Yeah, I had dysfunction. I married 4 guys, divorced them. But they weren't able to celebrate my mom. They're still dealing with the garbage of the past. So when you have that dark cloud, that garbage that's sitting there, you gotta clean it out, or you're gonna keep bringing it with you.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for taking the initiative to help me do that.
Does that answer the question?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Thank you.